Because for me right now, like, I love nothing more. I fucking love nothing more than a post-lawn cut smoke. Fucking love it. Then, like, I don't know, this time of year does it to me. Like, this time of year, like, there's that cold, like, it's a crisp air in the morning, but then it's, like, sunny out. And you know the heat's coming, but it's, like, 60 degrees. And, like, and if on my way in the morning, if I smell like fucking, like, there's a lawn service in front of me at a stoplight, and I smell the cigarette, I'm like, oh, man, a pre-work smoke on the way to a job site.
I know we were driving out to Greensburg last night through like some farm area, and there's this really nice house that we pass, and they have a really sick garage. Like, I love their garage. And I looked over, and they had the garage door open. Two dudes were sitting outside the garage door and, like, just shitty chairs, crossed legs like this. One of them had a drink, one had a smoke.
Fuck.
And it was like 5:45, 6 o'clock. I'm like, babe, they just got done. Man. I was like, look at them hanging out. And they have a sick porch on their house. That location is way cooler.
Right in front of the garage.
So, like, all I was saying, I'm like, I want to get 2 chairs. I was like, I want to start hanging out in front of our garage doors. And Kim's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you don't know till you fucking sit there and just do that.
It's a guy thing.
It is a guy thing.
It's 100% a guy thing. Like this, like, as you go through all these, like, fucking cigs that don't matter. Cigs that don't count. Drunk cig, prison cig, casino cig, vacation cig, wife and kids leave me alone cig, hospital cig. Like, that's a fucking rough one. You see somebody outside of a hospital smoking a cig in the corner, like, looking stressed. You're like, you're feeling it, dude. You're in some shit.
Yeah.
I hope everything's good. In your head, you're like, I'm praying for you.
Yep.
The boat cig?
Boat smoke.
I'm not big on the boats, but, I mean, that does not count.
Yeah.
If you're on a boat, like, I'm not judging you for having a smoke on a boat.
Nope.
No way. Car breaks down cig. Another depressing one, but, like, super understandable.
Yeah.
Like, not judging you. The overseas cig is something I want to enjoy. Like, because that's like the French smokes you were doing.
I did.
You sent me pictures. You were like fucking awesome.
Did not count.
No, And then another depressing one, a funeral cig.
Yeah.
But again, super understandable.
Yes.
Nobody's judging you. Nobody's judging you.
Completing any hard task, cig doesn't matter or doesn't count in my brain.
So listen, like, I have said this multiple times. I fucking love cigarettes.
Yeah.
I love menthols. I love them. It's like fucking just so fresh and clean, but it's not. It's terrible and it's horrible.
Yeah.
However, like, I can't do them anymore because of what I'm trying to do with my health. And I don't indulge. I can't justify the cigs that don't count anymore.
Yeah,
It
I
sucks.
get it. I know.
It, like, really chaps my ass.
The problem for me is I associate so many, this sounds fucked, but like so many good times of my life were based around having a smoke with my old man, with my friends, there was so many reasons to have it. We made so many reasons to have the smoke that they were all great and they were all worth it. So,
Like, I don't even consider myself a smoker, but I was.
yeah.
I'm like, fuck, shit, darn it. Damn.
Yeah. Like painting all day with my dad, and like we'd go out after, like we'd eat lunch then, and we'd go out and have a smoke. And it was like, man, I don't care that we got to go back in and paint for 3 to 5 more hours. Like I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go.
I am such a simpleton built on reward.
Yeah, I am too.
Like whenever, like after cutting the grass, like, dude, I'd love just having a smoke. Didn't matter if I rode it or pushed it.
Mm-hmm.
Having a smoke.
Yep.
Yeah. Camel menthol lights. And then you weren't able to call cigarettes lights anymore, so you had to call them, they call them silvers now.
That's why they look at me strange, like if I actually like buy a pack.
Like Marlboro menthol lights? Because you're Marlboro menthol lights.
I am, yeah.
Camel menthol lights, but they're not lights.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
I think they're golds for Marlboro.
Marlboro.
Yeah. Marlboro menthol golds.
Yeah, because they're not light. Like, do you remember the ultra lights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nope, can't call them that because they're trying to make it sound healthier.
It's misleading.
Yes, very.
Fuck.
Because they're like, oh, this is not as bad for me as the red.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, Reds will put some hair on your chest.
Man, nothing like a fucking full-strength Newport.
Oh, my God.
Man, good times. It always happens like summertime. Once summertime starts fucking showing its face, I'm like, ah.
Well, summertime and then over the winter, like shoveling snow and plowing snow, I get the same feeling to want to have a smoke.
Yeah, that is fun.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the fresh cut grass, crisp morning air, and then I get like the faint smell of a smoke. I'm like, ah. So it's funny because...
Oh, I got a story for you then too.
Oh, go ahead. Let's hear it.
No, so we were leaving our house last night, and like I'm kind of brutal about my neighbors, and it's because I don't know them. Like I've never formally met any of them. Like I think there's 15 homes in our plan, and I just know the guy at the end of the driveway. Scott is his correct name. Anyway, we were passing, and the one neighbor is out edging by his mailbox, and I look over. Kim's driving, and I look over. I was like, what a douchebag. And she's like, dude, why? Like, he waves every time. He's a nice guy. I was like, he's not a nice guy. And she's like, what just happened? I was like, he's using a fucking battery-operated fucking weed whacker. I was like, I lost a ton of respect for him. I was like, he has a sick truck, and then he's got a battery-operated fucking weed whacker. And hey, I understand if you have that for like, if you have a really small property, you're just out there for 5-10 minutes edging. The dude has a massive property. I lost a ton of respect for him. And she's like, why did you lose respect for him? I was like, because Seth introduced me to the best fucking lawn care tools on the planet.
Yep.
And I cannot look past it anymore.
Nope. It's a hard one. It's a hard one to break.
Yeah.
Why would you not invest in something that would be around for a very long time?
Yes.
I just retired a 12-year-old backpack blower.
That's what I mean.
12 years old.
Yep.
Spent a lot of money on it in the beginning. 12 years I've had that fucking thing. And I ran a landscaping company with it, used it every day in the summer, in the spring, the summer, and the fall.
Yep.
Motherfucker, that thing was a killer. Just retired it. The FS91 weed whacker, killer weed whacker. Yep, invest the money. I have 3 of them. The one, piece of shit, but it's the backup.
Yeah.
I've given one of them to my brother. Like they're just useful. You got to have it.
Yeah, I have 2.
Yeah.
I have 2. Don't use either of them anymore. But when I had the farm, I had to have the one with the fucking strap and everything because at the farm I spent a day cutting and a day edging, like a full day. My Saturday and Sunday were not triathlon; they were lawn care.
But it's that tough thing. It's that tough guy thing. Like, shit.
Yeah.
Why are you using that one? Why don't you just buy that one? You get this like feeling like, hey, you really like using that? But that's just, I don't know.
I was so mad.
Maybe he's trying to save the planet. Maybe that. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. He does an ignorant wave too. It's not full-hearted.
He feels the same way you do about him that he does about you.
Yeah, I could see that.
For sure.
Yeah, he does.
Neighbors. Yeah, it's the wrist at the end or the fingers go down, it's not like a...
Or the wave with the look away, like...
Fuck you. It's true, too.
It is.
Yeah, getting older. Yeah. You got a lot of dad qualities. It might be from hanging around me a little too much.
Yeah, I have no respect for half of them. The other half I have a ton of respect for because they do things the right way. The other half, they're retired, they figured it out, and they wrangle their trash together the right way. Like the one dude has a concrete driveway. He reseals that fucker every year. Looks super nice.
Man.
And then the other half, my God.
Nope. It's tough. It is tough. It's, Yep. Dad stuff.
Yeah.
That's what Ben was asking me. He's like, hey, what'd you use on your lawn for the dandelions? He's like, hey, they're out of control. Ben now is a new homeowner. You are too. But Ben's got the kid. Ben wants to keep the lawn really fucking nice for everything going on in there. And he's like, hey, what do you use to keep the dandelions down? I was like, I just put a new application down. We're going to see if this works. Because you can either hire a company to come in and do it, or you can do it yourself. So the qualities that the things that Ben was asking, I'm like, man, you're a hardcore dad going in on it. And it just happens. All of this just happens.
I love he posted the other day, he did the double cut.
Yeah.
He did 2 cuts in the week. Yeah, you have to.
You put fertilizer down, you better get ready to cut twice.
Shit is growing.
And we're getting a ton of rain.
We are. We need it. It was giving me shit for that the other night.
I don't know. It's the whole reason whenever we started these companies, you remember it. Whenever we started these companies, I was like, we need to make the all-American working man cool again. Like the American family man is cool because he works hard for the things that he appreciates and loves in his life, whether you have kids or you don't. And if you have kids, dude, what a man will do for his children is unbelievable. So it's like, why wouldn't that be cool? Now it's like, I love really nice shit. I'd love nice shit just as much as anybody. But like, whenever you see so many of them, and sometimes people don't even realize that they are that yet.
Yeah.
Like they're in those beginning stages, and that's why there's so many fucking reels and TikToks about it. But like, I saw so many guys on job sites that were just ignorant fucking cocksuckers. Like big, mean, ignorant fuckers. And they have daughter in college. And then it's like, you're working a lot of overtime. I always see you. There's never a time I don't see you. And you are pretty important here. You care.
Yes.
You care a lot. You care so much that you don't care how you make other people feel. That's typically what a dad begins to do. They do things out of zero care for everyone else, of their feelings, and just things to get done for the right reasons. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like they don't care if they're hurting your feelings. The goal is to get the job done so that we all can get paid, so that we all can do nice things for the people that we love. That's the all-American Roughneck. In a nutshell, that's what this is.
100%.
Whether it's, you don't have kids, but you have a beautiful wife that you've been together with for almost 2 decades.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do you work so hard? Why do you put yourself through all this shit? Well, because I want to take care of the person that literally takes care of me. Why wouldn't I do those things?
Yep.
Why would I not make sure that she has nice things? Even though I am a prick 60% of the time, I'm a prick because I'm working really hard to try and do things. That is the life cycle. That is the fucking cycle of man that is so difficult that so many people do not understand. Because in society, we've made that thing toxic.
Right.
Like having this mentality of being a fucking hard, ignorant, masculine, demanding man, that's toxic. And it's not. It's actually pretty inspiring, in my opinion, which I think is why we don't have the same societal standards as we used to. Like, I just saw the thing, you had it up here we got a new setup in here too, everybody. The TV is in front of Bob and I. But there was the thing, we had the YouTube channel pulled up, and it was Cam Haynes, and he said, it was in quotes from that Chris Williamson's podcast, and it says, "I regret pushing my boys too hard." Cameron Haynes. And it's in quotes, so that's a grab, because it's like, that dude doesn't feel bad for being hard on his kids. And I'm at a point in my life where, like, Adeline is growing up. She's 17 years old. I was very hard on her, and I'm super hard on SJ, and still very demanding of Emmy, but not nearly as. I was really fucking hard on Adeline. Like, I thought she was going to be my only child. I didn't have a boy, so I treated her like a son, like you be a hardcore motherfucker, like taught her all the qualities of being a fucking stand-up motherfucker. And it's funny because, like, I haven't lived through whether that was worth it or not yet. Where Cam is saying, like, now his kids are full grown. Like, you are seeing what you did to your child come to life.
Yeah.
Was it a bad thing? Was my parenting style good? And that's crazy because in society, like I was saying about the toxic side of things, like, how do you term someone toxic for wanting to push people hard or be intense? Or intense is maybe not the word, passionate. Like, what is love? How do you define love? Well, people define it differently. Do I love my daughter, Adeline? Yes. I love her so much that I am going to be incredibly demanding of her strengths in life. I'm going to be very demanding of her because I believe I know what she is capable of. So I love her so much that I'm not going to let her squander that. I love her so much that I'm going to prepare her for how hard this world is. I'm not going to shelter her. I'm going to show her exactly how ignorant this place can be. So that way she's protected. No one will ever be harder on Adeline than I was on her. She will never run into a coach, a professor, a boss that was more ignorant than me. Is that pushing the limit? Is that pushing your kids too hard? I get to find out.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's that part where people are so unsure of themselves early on because, dude, you think Adeline liked me every day? No.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there was a period of her life where like questioned it, you know?
For sure. And it's like, but at the same time, now I look at her and I'm like, every single person that I speak to about Adeline, they're like, outstanding. Outstanding daughter. Always polite, hardworking. Teachers are like, this kid does not procrastinate. Like, she does not ever stop. I'm like, good, motherfucker shouldn't. And they're like, oh.
there
You referred to your daughter as motherfucker. Whenever she'd do something wrong, I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me right now? What the fuck were you thinking? You cannot fucking do that. You have to get your shit together. Like, that's how I speak to her. Mm-hmm. Now, is that how you're supposed to speak to a kid? I don't know. We're going to find out. Mm-hmm. Because what happens if it turns out that she becomes something absolutely incredible and looks back at it in life and says, I would not be this way without my father. That is one of the greatest things you could ever hear as a parent.
Yeah.
Because I say that about my dad. I wouldn't be who I am without my dad raising me the way he did. Mm-hmm. That dude was way, way more intense on me than I was on Adeline. I was an older, there was a limit because I started seeing some of my dad's qualities come out in me, and I'm like, oh. Yeah. But I wouldn't be here or in the position I am if I didn't have my dad.
Yeah, same.
So that's what I mean. Like, so as a parent, you begin to like go through these phases, but then I'm like, no, dude, if you want to do incredible things, you have to go places that are very uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. You have to do things, and that might mean pushing someone that you love so much to a place that is going to make you feel bad. It happens constantly.
Well, it circles back to what you said. You care that much that you don't want it to slip away in a negative direction or like you said, squander the opportunity.
And how many fucking times did it sound like I was talking in a circle? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's what happens in people's heads, and that's why parenting is so tough, and that's why being a man is so difficult. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it's like to be a woman because I'm not. But I know this, women do not think like we do.
No.
So therefore, I'm not going to try and think like a woman or even put myself in it and just say, I'm going to be the best person I can be, but also, be considerate and pay attention. So all you got to do is just pay attention to little things. But at the same time, I believe, from my traditional way of thinking, like the man of the house should be the man of the fucking house.
Yes.
And not in a demeaning sense, but in a very stern, lack of better terms, no bullshit motherfucker. Because that's your job. Your job is to protect. Your job is to provide, whether it's providing financially, providing financially, protection, the fucking balls of the relationship.
Well, I think that mentality and doing those things as a man, whether that's raising your children or your household or taking care of your lawn, that pride I feel like is having pride in something like that is so big because I think it's what allows men to have a stronger mental health with their life. If I didn't have those things growing up, seeing my dad work as hard as he did and us having dinner without him most nights because he was still fucking working and him bitching and complaining about the long hours, but then us having a really great birthday or a really great Christmas and the yard was always fucking nice and we always went on vacation no matter what. And when I saw him light up around those things and I saw like how it made him feel to see us happy, I'm like, that's just taking pride in what he's building around him. And I think about all the mental health issues that guys are having today. If you're not taking pride in your life or what you do, how can you start to build a sense of confidence in yourself?
Man, that's a really fucking good point.
Because I look at when I first moved out here, you know, it was the biggest life-changing experience that we've ever done. I didn't go away to school, so it was the first time I ever left home. And we just picked up and moved here. Fucking struggling with student loan debt. We just launched Axe and Sledge. We had no idea what the fuck was going to happen. We invested everything we made from AAR into Axe, into Elegance, like all of this shit. And you know what fulfilled me was coming out here and taking care of my house, taking care of Kim, watching how, like, no matter what, you took care of your household and your yard and your kids. So I put everything into those things, and it gave me that fulfillment. It brought me back mentally, because at that time I was still overweight. I wasn't getting fulfillment from fitness. But spending hours out on the tractor, hours weed whacking, and then like taking a look around, I'm like, man, look at this. And my wife's on the front porch with my dog. I'm like, super cool. Holy shit. I'm like, I am living. This is it. I fucking made it already. You know, instead of never, like, always thinking that, oh, I'm just never going to make it. I'm always stuck in this rut. Like,
it's a wild thing your brain does.
Yes.
And that's a good point you said about the mental health thing, because like, how many times have I talked about the mindless work of why I love cutting grass, or splitting wood? It is wild, this feeling that comes over you that sometimes you don't know what it is, and you're trying to put it into words or explain it. And it's like, no. That's like
no one actually likes the idea of having to do those things. They like the fulfillment afterwards or during. Like the thought of like, fuck, I got to wake up again on Saturday and cut for fucking 4 hours. Like, fuck.
But then like by noon,
you're fucking
post lawn smoke.
Oh my God, dude, you're different. You're a different human.
Looking back and being like, there's my wife. She probably made me lemonade. Or she comes out and brings you something while you're doing it.
Yep.
It's like this. There's something inside that is, you can't explain it.
No. Even if you're a single dude, like even if you don't have a significant other, those things are still so important for your health, like your mental side.
Yes.
It's so important.
Yes. And that's what I mean, like for, like you said, the mental health aspect of it all.
That's what guys do. Guys, they just take care of themselves. They take care of their house. They take care of people.
That was a better description of the providing thing.
Yeah.
They just take care of things.
Yep.
A man being needed to fix something is like the most fulfilling, useful thing that we could have a sense of life for. Yep. And that's why whenever women try and talk to us about their problems, it's so difficult for us to be like, okay, so you should do this, this, and this. And she's like, I'm not looking for an answer. And you're like, then why are we talking? And that's where arguments come, because our general fucking rule of thumb is, you're talking to me, I need to do something. What would you like me to do? I will tell you what to do. I don't want you to tell. I just want you to listen. I don't listen well. Well, I need you to fucking listen. I don't do that well, though. And that's that clash that's so crazy, because it's like, it's just in us. And like I said, I can't explain for like women, like why can't you understand that? The same reason you can't understand listening, motherfucker. And you're like, this is going nowhere. We're going to talk in circles.
Yeah. It's just two different wavelengths, and it's why it works.
And that's why people like listening to us, and you and I like talking.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's I saw that. Whenever I saw that, I regret pushing my boys too hard. Like, raising kids is insanely difficult. Raising good kids is, I got a lot of respect for anybody that's a good parent.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, what the other thing is like people, we were on that call yesterday with that team, and it got me thinking about like my life. And I get a lot of messages. I get daily messages asking me like how I balance things or how I do things. And like, there's days I don't post much on my stories. Like yesterday, bro, I did like 17 things. I posted 2 stories. If I posted every single little detail that I did, oh my God. And it got me thinking, like, those people were explaining what I do, and I'm like, oh, fuck, there is a lot. There's a million different things I do. I could, you don't have to be, I'm not super dad. I'm not superhero. All I'm doing is just showing up.
Yeah.
You just show up and you be the best motherfucker you can be in that setting at that given moment. If you do that, you accomplish a bunch of different things. The problem is it's exhausting. It's not hard. It's just difficult to always be on top of it. And you're not going to succeed. You're not going to be perfect every day. But I think about it, it's like, okay, all you have to do is I need you to wake up. I need you to walk downstairs and start doing cardio. That's a really tough one to do. Seth, if you don't do that cardio, you're going to be a prick today. Okay, I'm going to go do cardio. After you get up and do the cardio, you come upstairs. You need to take all your vitamins and your fucking supplements, Seth. You need to make the grind, take your creatine, your glutamine, your fucking heart plus, liver plus, glutathione, all your shit. And your kids are going to be awake. And go hug your kids. Be present for 15 seconds and get out of your own fucking head. Hug your kids, look them in the eye and tell you that you love them and you hope they have a good day. Then go get in the fucking shower. Come back out. Make sure you're all cleaned up, ready to go. You slap your woman on the ass. Even if you guys were in a fight, give her a tap and say, love you, babe. Have a good day. Get your food. Get the fuck out the door and go to work. Those are fucking wins that you're chalking up.
Yeah.
Be present. If you are in any moment, you be the best person you can be. Even on the days you don't want to. So it's like, am I doing anything spectacular? No. But my kids know that I love them. They know that I look them dead in the eye because I know, because my kids are getting older, that those things actually matter. Those 5 seconds fucking matter in the long run. Then I come to work and do the same thing at work. Be present. Be passionate. Be alive. And then you go to work out. You're just doing one thing after another. Whenever you go to cut the grass. Make sure the fucking lines are straight. Put good tunes on. You got 45 fucking minutes to do it. Do it. You go into your kid's baseball game, pay attention to the fucking baseball game. Put the phone in the fucking pocket, pay attention to the kid's baseball game. Because whenever it's his turn to go up to fucking bat, whenever it's her turn to fucking do whatever it is she's doing, she's going to do this really quickly before she steps out. She's going to look for you. He's going to look for you. And if you're not fucking paying attention, he's going to feel like you don't care. Does that mean that you don't care? No. But it's that fucking thing that you need to be present in that moment.
Yeah.
Those seconds matter so fucking much. You do that. That's why that guy that's a fucking complete dickhead on a job site, is not a dickhead on the job site for no reason. Some people are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But for the most part, that's your goal.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing every single fucking day. That's all you do every single day. That is where hardworking motherfucker came from. Not just working an ignorant blue-collar job, but the mentality of such. You just fucking keep doing it. You keep showing up. And it's exhausting. But that's also why, like, your vices and also finding other guys that are like-minded. That's why people love the podcast.
Yeah.
Because, like, we're not perfect.
Nope.
We're just talking about fucking cigs that don't count.
Yeah.
Bitch, they all don't count when you're a hardworking motherfucker. None of them fucking count. If you're fucking chalking up wins for your kids, if you are making sure that you're being the best motherfucker you can be, enjoy certain things in life. We all have vices, but being a good motherfucker is worth it every single time. And whenever you have those conversations with your kids, the tough ones, was I too hard on my kids? I don't know. How do you know what's too hard? You gotta fuck around to find out.
That's right.
And whenever you find out your kid's really good at something, like your kid's got some shit, what are you supposed to do? Pretend like it doesn't exist or play it down? No. You lean into it, but make sure those motherfuckers stay humble. You know? Like, what am I supposed to do? Pretend that Adeline's not a phenomenal student and has the potential to do something incredible? Like, dude, kid wants to be a doctor. You told me you wanted to be a doctor, huh? Your grades prove it. You're fucking stupid smart. Hey, will your fucking grades slip? We ain't cool. Don't do it. And it's like, so you just push it. Emmy with gymnastics. Same thing. You got the shit? All right, motherfucker. I do not want to see you waste this. Nope. Because how many times in life can we all look back and say, man, I just wish I wouldn't have quit doing that.
Yeah. Handfuls.
But, and that's also in the thing where, you know, life has a way of working out. But in that same sentence, it works out if you work really hard. Like I had I should have went to school for I could have went to school for wrestling. I didn't. I had a full ride. What the fuck were you thinking? It kind of worked out for me. Why? Because I just kept fucking working. I never stopped.
Yeah.
That just wasn't my shit. My work ethic wasn't a question. It was just what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a unique quality as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's really tough.
It's
just tough. Life's fucking hard in general. Fuck.
Bro, it's impossible at points. Like for me to like, I should have gone to a way better school than what I did, like college wise, and my grades and my SATs showed that too. I could have gone to I couldn't have gone to fucking Harvard, but I could have gone to like a Temple University or Penn State main campus, no fucking problem. I just didn't want to, because I was too young to even realize what the fuck I was doing. I'm 18, 19 years old. I got arrested right before I graduated high school. So I'm like, community college. I'm a community college guy. Meanwhile, I was never a community college guy. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I had straight A's. I took all the AP courses. I took college credits in high school. Graduated at top 2% of my class. I was just lazy and I procrastinated. And I liked to fucking party.
And that's it.
And then it took me getting arrested and basically failing 2 semesters at community college till I was like, okay, I need to figure it the fuck out. Because I saw a handful of my friends that actually figured it out. The other handful never figured it out. Like, I was like, I got to do something. I'm still living at home. They're not fucking charging me to live at home. Like, I need to do something. And that's when it kind of turned around. Started working at Gold's Gym. Started working out at a second job with another fitness company. Third job at the Reading Country Club. Commuted to Kutztown University every day. Like, I was as busy, like my day was just as filled then as it is now, just with different things. But to know what I wanted to do at that point, so like when I hear about a kid, and especially Adeline, like know what the fuck they want to do, like I think that is the coolest thing on the planet.
Like, dude, I
like that is so cool.
I know. Yeah. That's why I'm kind of like, hey, you're fucking on it, motherfucker. You got to be in it. Yeah. It's going to be really, really hard. And that's the thing, like you also, like I said, like, and for me personally, my mentality, I'm preparing her because like life was not fair to her, you know what I mean? Especially her, like me, I kind of dug every fucking hole I was in. But her, she grew up, didn't have, a super strong female figure in her life, a super strong mother figure. With Hannah, she does now, but it's a tough thing that she has to deal with. I don't know what that feels like. Yeah. I had a strong father figure, strong mother figure in my life. Same. I don't know what that feels like. And all I know is that's why I'm like, fuck. It's a difficult thing to navigate through.
Yeah. It's funny, like you bring that up. Like I was super close with both my parents. Like you could call me a mama's boy for sure. Oh. But it's like looking back and even today, like my brother still lives at home, and my mom, she is the sweetest woman on the fucking planet. And it's because she lost her mom when she was 16, 17 years old. And then her dad had left them when they were, super young. So she had no parent figure at all. I totally understand where she's at now.
Isn't it
overbearing parent? I'd fucking get it. No one was there for you. So you're going to be there 5 times over for me.
Isn't it crazy that isn't it crazy that it's like one way or the other?
Yeah.
Whenever those types of things happen in life, either you are the complete opposite, like in that sense of having all those things happen, and now she like won't stay out of your shit. And like there's like TikToks about people being. Do you see that woman? There's a lady that was like, my parents are fucking over invasive into my life. They show up to every fucking event.
No, I'm
like, dude, she got eaten alive in the comments. You're like, oh, so your life's so bad that your parents fucking cares too much about you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
What a problem.
Yeah, what a cunt you are. But then it's like, or they are the exact same, if not worse, than the parents. And it's so crazy that those things, just how humans are, that we stick with those things for so long. They don't like there's no changing like telling your mom any different to do what she's doing. She would not be able to understand. She's like, well, you don't understand what it's like not to have it. And it's like, ooh, I don't know.
No.
So I don't know how you feel. I don't know how you think. I did not live that same type of life that you lived. And had that. Like, if you tried to change her mind, she'd be like, then I fucking think you're a piece of shit because you aren't that involved in your kid's life. And you're like, oh my God, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, God fucking heated in here quick. This is great.
It is.
First podcast back in a minute, huh?
Uh-huh.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the HWMF Podcast. I'm your host, Seth Feroce, your favorite IFBB pro. Here with my heterosexual life mate, Bob.
What's up?
And our esteemed colleague, Aiden.
Hey.
Good day.
Hey.
Back.
I know, we're back. We're moving. A little warm in here. Weather's nice. Got shorts on. Dad shoes.
Yep.
I like dad shoes.
I like them too. I just bought my first pair of Brooks.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they're comfy.
They are.
Yeah, they are. I know. Dad shoes are kind of coming back. Aiden wears dad shoes.
Asics.
Asics.
I like Asics. Asics and New Balance. Those have good models.
New Balance is strong as a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? Like, because we've been doing this for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I think being a dad is super cool.
I think it's cool.
I think it's super cool. And it's just the progression of how things have happened with TikTok and social media and how fun and funny things have become. And skits that we were doing. You remember the fucking 4th of July skit on YouTube? The Rantin' and Ravin'? I think it got taken down.
Oh, with the dad polo.
The
and
dad polo and everything.
The purple polo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, and especially it's crazy because I look back at some of that stuff and I'm like, what the fuck am I?
Yeah.
Like, you mean you're a 240-pound juiced out IFBB pro bodybuilder, but you're like a dad of 2 girls by yourself? What the fuck are you? Like looking back at it now, like think there it is, the Rantin' and Ravin'.
Look at the stance.
That's what I mean. Bro. It's like hold the fuck on. Wait a minute.
Dad edition, dude. We were so ahead of our time.
Yeah, just looking
7 years ago.
Just looking at it, it's like,
oh, oh my God,
this is funny as fuck. It's so true. I still have that belt, I think.
This sucks. The gold toe.
Yeah, dude, the Air Monarchs.
Oh, those are baller.
Fucking assault rifle in the background.
Kid shit everywhere.
Dude, this
That's
is. I haven't rewatched this in probably 5 years. Fucking Steelers cups.
Steelers cups, kid seats, Bud Light before they were woke and came back all of a sudden. Dude, this was before the fucking TikTok and all that, like skits.
Mm-hmm.
But looking back, like I said, 240-pound fucking juiced out monster.
How many views does that have?
Like 137K.
7 years ago.
That's pretty good.
Even funnier.
Yeah. I mean, I was probably talking about a lot of this shit. Look at the size of my calves.
What the fuck, dude? What is that?
Hanging out of the fucking shorts. Isn't it crazy? Like older dads that ran and exercised a lot always had jack calves.
Yeah.
Like they might not be fucking huge, but they were diced up.
Oh my God, that is classic.
That's funny as fuck.
Man, I remember shooting that video.
Oh yeah. Man. Fuck.
We could do a stereotype series.
Oh.
How Dude Perfect's done like stereotypes.
Yeah.
But it's just like he digs into like that. That'd be fun.
It's yeah.
I remember that one, and I remember I forget what it was about, but you were husking corn.
You are what you eat.
Was that the first one?
Yeah.
You are what you eat is one of the dude. That's the one where influencers of today tell me, like, that's an OG YouTube video.
Yeah.
And
yeah, there it is.
that one right there.
Yep, I'll never forget that one.
Dude, it's got 1.8 million views from 6 years ago.
Who the fuck is this guy shucking corn?
But not only that, if you go back, this is the thing. Like, if you go back and look at this video in there, it was just simple. Like, I mean, fucking super simple mentality of you are what you eat. Like, there's no science. We're not science-based anything. This is just simple, anecdotal, science-based fucking anecdotal concepts.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this works, this doesn't work. This is what I did, this is what I eat. Think about it. Like, let's keep this super simple, because today, the mental gymnastics that happens with science is what's ruining the bodybuilding world, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's like in this video, it was just super simple, basic information for people to get started.
Mm-hmm.
Because whether you're getting started or you hit a plateau, this video is what you should watch.
Yep.
Because like anything is going to work for so long. But then like you have to understand that things take time and consistency and the importance of just not overcomplicating things. Because today everybody wants to overcomplicate things to sound like the most important person under the sun.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of great information from the science-based side of things. However, I was telling you, I think I figured out why I hate science so much. I dislike the science bullshit because now John Jewett is probably like really up there. Jeff Nippard for his getting nippered. That'll always be a thing. Like when you get throat punched, you got nippered. I think that's funny as fuck.
It is funny.
But anyway, like, dude, he does a good job of finding the data and then breaking it down for people. Problem is, he's like a pretentious, natty, dickhead bodybuilder. That's why people don't like him at all. But that's also why people love him, because he's giving them the wonderful information right there.
Yeah.
But then there is a ton of really fucking dumb shit on the internet being regurgitated from these guys who are actually doing the work and are very intelligent. You know what I mean? There's a ton of it, and I'm like, these guys are regurgitating this information who look like dog shit, who don't fucking train. They don't even have years under their belt to say that what they're saying worked. They're saying it worked because they read the study. They're saying it worked because Jeff Nippard said it works. What the fuck is going on? You can't say it works because you read a study saying it works. Did it work for you, though? I don't think it did, because you look like fucking dog shit. And that's the big argument with Mike Israetel. Mike, you are a very eloquent, highly intelligent man, but you look like a bag of fucking shit. You look like fuck. Like, you don't look good, bud. You're not a good bodybuilder. You don't have a great physique. Mike, phenomenal human being. Phenomenal guy. Like, funny, really great to be around. Like, awesome. Like, he treated everybody like gold when we were there. But he doesn't look good. Some of the shit he says is off the fucking wall. What I'm getting at is the reason that personally, like the science, like I bucket so hard. I understand it, and I will fucking research and love looking at it. They take the human spirit out of training. From the training perspective, the human spirit is removed.
Yeah.
You're putting restrictions on training. You're not actually experiencing it. You're telling me that I should do this and this way. You should not hit failure. And I'm like, and then you got kids on the internet that are regurgitating information from a study that they never tried because they never even pushed themselves to any length of intensity.
Yeah.
They say that I just need to do this with this many times a week and I will get results. Okay. So you're not really a human being with a spirit. You're just listening to the guidelines of what this study structured and you will get the results. And say that I'm a fucking idiot for doing the things that I am doing because I'm testing the fucking limits of my body. Like, that's the point of training.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, at a high level, of course.
Yeah, at a high level, but then people would be like, well, I don't want to be at a high level. Or I don't want to do this. Well, you're taking steroids, or, you know, you just don't understand the science. No, I don't give a fuck about the science. I am here to test my fucking will. That's why I bucket so hard personally. Because I'm like, I'm here to test my spirit as a human being, my will. who I am as a person. I grew up on fucking Rocky movies, Rambo movies, Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. I am going to fucking test myself. And that's why I think there's just such a huge rift, because it's like, dude, the bro science guys, it's like, hey, dude, we're not here to do the same. We're here to do the same shit you guys are doing, but like, we're here to test our wills. Like, you can't be a science-based lifter and not push to failure and not push yourself and not go to these crazy lengths and then make some fucking stoic warrior crusader post.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that. Like, we're not talking about the same motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's what's so tough. Like, because there's science guys that are highly intelligent, eloquent. They are on it. But then there's this army of fucking minions under them that are just fucking regurgitating this information like they know everything, when it's like, guys, like, Jeff Nippard is an accomplished young man. Mm-hmm. He's done pretty incredible things. He's natural. And all natural guys have this fucking twinge about them that will always just piss everybody off.
Yep.
But it's like, it's everybody, dude, I could pull them up right now. I will. It's like, they blow my mind. Mm-hmm. Like, there's one guy, I think a lot of it's, they have to be rage bait. Do you think they're rage bait, Aiden?
These science guys
No, not like John Jewett has a lot of backing, but it's like, it's at the same time though, like, there's way more guys that are bro science that look phenomenal and have more accomplishments than the science guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, it has to be for some sort of like,
It has to. This one guy here, I'll pull him up. I'll see if
like you said, like the natural guys, there's just
Well, and it's in every industry. Like, I see it in what I do in triathlon. The just the warriors that are in there, like, oh, you should be riding by perceived effort and not just following this plan, or vice versa. You should be following, a strict, interval workouts for this thing and not going by perceived effort. And it's like, okay, guys, like, first of all, the opinion wasn't asked. And second of all, you've completed one Ironman race. So it's like, where does that...
That's what I mean.
Why people just I feel like they just like to hear themselves talk or see themselves talk in the text. It's like, oh yeah, here's my, yep.
I was gonna say, let me find this. There's a quote that I saw the other day that summed it, that it was just, I was like, man, this is so fucking on point for today and what I'm talking about right here. Because, like I said, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There is more than one way to do something. Science will get you there. Mm-hmm. Bro science will get you there. How do we know? Because people achieve it that way.
Yep.
And I always say you are your own science experiment. So do what works best for you. But it's just how it comes off from the science guys, like they're better than everybody. Because most of the time, bros are just like, I just want to get together and lift some fucking weights, dude. If I'm at a plateau, I will try anything. But there is a mending between the two of them. Mm-hmm. Science happens because of bro science guys pushing the limits. You know what I mean? Like, science, that's one of the reasons that science continues to evolve, because they see some people doing some wild shit and they're like, I should study that. But here, this, damn it. Where's it at? I don't want to fuck up the quote. The quote reads,
oh, yeah.
I like that shit.
I like that. That's my realm.
You don't learn to swim by reading about water. Say it again. You don't learn to swim by reading about water. So you can read 1,000,000 books about water and think you know everything about water and think you know everything about training and think you know everything about Ironmans and everything about bodybuilding and everything about the stage and everything about a carb up and everything about food and everything about supplementation and diet, nutrition. You don't know shit until you actually fucking do it. Mm-hmm. and you do it consistently for a long period of time, you don't know shit about fuck. Keep reading your fucking books, kiddos, because you're going to run into real motherfuckers at some point, and you're going to get your fucking asses handed to you. That's why I have a hard time with the science guys. A lot of these younger kids, they say kids, they're grown men. They're over 21 years
Yeah,
old.
they're men.
They're men. They'll regurgitate this information for views and for clicks and for likes and for attention. But it's like, hey, kid, like, I understand. This is a great article you just read me, but come fuck around in my world and I will fucking eat you alive.
Do you think they say these things for internal recognition as well? Like they're like, if they speak it out loud, it's like if I do these sets and reps just like this with this motion every Thursday for 6 to 10 weeks, I will stimulate growth. So it's like you already limited yourself to this.
That's why I hate it, because they're removing the human spirit. And here's the thing. You read a study that says that. What happens when it doesn't work the way you wanted it to? Because you limited yourself to doing it that way. Where's the intensity? Where's the umph? Where is you?
Yeah.
Do you exist? Don't tell me about Dorian fucking Yates, boys. I'm going to tell you right now, you are not Dorian fucking Yates.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about Nick Walker. You are not Nick fucking Walker. He did not get that way. That dude was horsecock and weights before that. He's a mutant. You are you. And if you believe that you are going to achieve those things the way that you just explained it, guys, you're wrong. The human spirit is alive. That's why you have one.
Yeah.
Do not restrict yourself because of the framework of what this study said. It's otherwise you will look like some of these science guys look and wonder why you're not making the progress that bro science is making. And that bro over there is making fun of you because he can't speak the way you do. He doesn't have the vocabulary. He doesn't read the books. He doesn't read the magazine articles front to back, the clinical studies. He's a doer. He experiences life. And he's like, hey, dickhead, maybe you should take your fucking nose out of the book and jump into the water and start swimming. So this is a prime example. You don't learn to swim by reading about water. That's why I'm like, I understand the science. But gentlemen, got to jump in at some point. You can read every fucking book about being a dad. Hey, you're becoming a dad? Read the books, okay? But you're going to quickly understand that whenever you have a kid, what's happening? Like, I didn't know I was going to feel this way. Now, all of a sudden, some of those things you were reading about don't make sense in your head because that's not what's actually occurring in your life. You are different. That book was based on, a 50% margin of the people that this could work for. The person that wrote that book didn't go through some of the same life experiences you did as a child that we were just explaining, like your mother. You can read every fucking book under the sun. That doesn't make you a good swimmer. That doesn't make you a good dad. You have to live life. You have to experience and do things. That is the human spirit. That's what makes you unique in this world. And that's also what can make you very special in this world. And that's why we make the videos that we have for years. Like, it wasn't just me, and I was in the videos, but it wasn't just me. It was you behind the scenes telling me, like, Seth, close everything off, stop worrying so much and let it rip. Be you. Let you flow in this video. Let it out. That's what people need to do more of in life. And that's why I have such a hard time with the science guys, because I believe personally in my life, like, you think about the purpose of you in life. Like, why are you here? Like, why do you exist? Like, why does Adeline exist? Why does Aiden exist? Why do you exist? Why does everybody here? What's everybody's purpose? What are we doing here? How am I supposed to know unless I'm living to the fullest? I'm experiencing to the fullest extent of such. And I think that in my life, my purpose here is to help people gain perspective of such so that they understand that it is good to be you 100%, to let things out in a way that you might be restricting yourself. So I hate the constraints of a science concept. And maybe that's because some of the things that I've experienced in my life, you know? And I think that for me personally, I don't want to hide that side of me because I think that I help people gain perspective on these subject matter. Because otherwise, what are we doing? You know, you should. Why would we be put here if you wanted constraints? No. Fucking let it rip. Be you to the fullest. You didn't know that until you started Ironmans.
No, I didn't even know it. I thought I knew it just by doing the training. I only started to realize it after like 3, 4, 5 races. Training is way different than getting on stage or lining up at a race. It's way different.
You could be the best practicer in the world.
I am hands down the best practicer on our team. Hundreds of athletes, thousands of athletes on our team. I'm probably top 2, top 3 when it comes to training. I've yet to put a full day together out on course. I'm getting better each time, learning something different every time. But unless you're out there fucking getting wild, you don't know. You have no idea.
And it goes for all aspects of life. Why would I ever listen to someone about marriage unless they were married?
Yeah, right.
Why would I ever listen to somebody about owning a business unless they owned a successful business? Why would I do such things? And when you start looking at life that way, it's like, man, there's some really fucked up shit. So the professor that you're listening to about business, and you're going to school for your MBA, and that teacher never owned a fucking successful business, that dude doesn't know shit about fuck. There's way more than just a book or a project. If there is fucking somebody with an MBA that comes out into my office and starts telling me about a bunch of bullshit, I'm probably gonna be like, hey, you should probably shut the fuck up. Life, they read the books.
Yeah.
Experience is everything. Same thing with bodybuilding. Hey, I'm fucking peeled out of my mind. I'm peeled. Seth, you need to step it up a notch. We need to turn up the heat over the next 2 weeks. Fuck do you mean? I've never looked like this before in my life. But okay, yeah, we need to, because whenever you're backstage and you step on stage, your body can freak out and your stress levels can go through the roof. And then you'll develop a layer of water, film on your body from the cortisol levels. And I don't want to take that chance. You need to be so peeled that nothing affects you. How do you know that's going to happen? Because I know your personality. Now, is there some science behind what's going on in my body? 100%. There is, for sure. The cortisol levels, the stress. But how do I know if that's going to occur or not? You don't. You have to prepare for it. And you're probably going to have to do some fucked up shit to get to that point. You look at it with everything, like how people manage everything. And it's like the only way to know is to do. Why was some of the greatest people the greatest? Because they could perform under the stress. Because they were swimming. Now, what happens when you meet some people that read books, swim, and push the limits of life itself? Now we're talking about pushing science and evolution of such. And what I find so fascinating is the lengthened partial.
Yeah.
The lengthened partial is a massive deal now within bodybuilding. They found out that a lengthened partial is so fucking beneficial that it's way better than a full range of motion repetition. Okay? You remember early on, we were just looking at my YouTube videos 7 years ago, 6 years ago. Fucking horse cock and incline dumbbell presses at 3/4 of a rep, half of a rep. But I would always go down super far, past touch my chest. Not many people can do that. I had a great range of motion because I worked on it. 'Cause I was like, man, this full stretch in this fucking all the way up to a 3/4 or a 7/8 rep. I've been saying it for a fucking forever because I want to keep tension on my chest, because I know that when I lock out, some of the tension comes off of my chest and onto my front delts and into my triceps. I'm going to eliminate. I don't want it on my front delts. Today is chest day. I'm strictly chest. Bro science, strictly chest today. I don't want no front delts and I don't want triceps. And I noticed that. So I would always preach 3/4 of a rep.
Yeah.
And people would eat me alive in the comments. Remember it. That's not, those don't count. Those don't count. I'm like, yeah, they do. I'm a bodybuilder. I'm not a power lifter. I'm
not going to see how many reps I can do of this.
I'm trying to grow my pecs, motherfucker.
Yeah.
They did a study on lengthened partials and found out how fucking beneficial they are. Jeff Nipper did a video about them about a year ago. Fucking millions of views. And it contradicted a lot of those things. And he backtracked and said, like, hey, study proves it. So now all of a sudden, science was pushed by people, bodybuilders, that had that mentality. Otherwise, it never would have been studied. Bodybuilders have been doing things for years before it was proven to actually, quote unquote, work.
Yeah.
Even though it's been working since fucking forever, since the existence of them.
Yep.
21s on biceps. Why would you do 21s? That's a stupid exercise. Well, technically, fucking half reps matter. Partials do matter because you go from a fully stretched position to a partial repetition. And they count. Why? Because I fucking feel it working, you stupid fuck. I do not need your study to tell me whether I felt something or not. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it goes through that with all aspects of life. But the lengthened partial got me because I'm like, I've been saying it for years and people ate me alive. And I'm like, fuck you guys. There are so many things. And I said it in a video that Ben's editing right now was John Meadows did it best. The fucking world misses John Meadows so much because he was able to mend the two so much, bro science and science, and break it down for people where they would just be like, because now you got far fucking guys like Mike Israetel who just plays so much mental gymnastics, it's terrifying. And then, you still got your bro science guys who are just like, fuck you, pussy. You look like shit, which I'm on the side of saying. And you'd have John Meadows in the middle, Mountain Dog, just fucking, this is actually how it is, guys. And you're like, man, John, you made everything feel so nice. Yeah. Fucking Good One Gone is just, and like he did the set thing. Mm-hmm. I was doing sets. Zero fucking science backing. A set was created whenever I was much younger, just doing cool shit. That's your fault calling it a set. Mm-hmm. I just did it because I was like, hey, dude, whenever I do this, I get a nasty pump and my fucking chest explodes. There it is. John Meadows, sets. Do sets work. This is like a crowning moment for me. I just started sweating like crazy. 144,000 views 4 years ago. Look at him. He's
there
just fucking.
Is.
He's like he's wearing a Mr. Rogers shirt. He's like Mr. Rogers of us. Is this a viable high intensity technique? 48 comments. And he does such a good job of breaking down the science behind what I was actually doing, down to the type of muscle fibers you're using. Like, what a fucking gem. Why is nobody like that? Like, I'm not well studied enough to do it. I didn't read enough books. Like, everybody go watch this video. And he explains it in biceps and chest and just like, fucking, he even does them.
Fucking love this guy.
Dude, he's awesome. But it's like, and that saying, go back and always go back to it. Go back to that Stoic quote there. You don't learn to swim by reading about water. That's not just about water, it's about life.
Yeah.
And that's what's wrong with today. And that's what I think takes away the human spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that we were all born here to do something incredible. And there's so many things that happen in life that take the human spirit away. Mm-hmm. The human spirit can get crushed by your upbringing. It can get crushed by your dad, your mom, an uncle, someone stealing away your fucking your beauty. And it gets taken away from you at an early age, later in life. And that's why I have such a hard time with so many things, because I believe everybody was put here to do something incredible. And I don't scream that from the rooftops enough.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons that I always buck that system. And it's probably something to do with me inside of me too. But I'm bro science through and through. Always will be. Put me somewhere and I'll just, what do you got? Tell me something. Cool. Let's do it. Yeah. And you find an appreciation for people's craftsmanships and their accomplishments and their story and their journey and what they achieved.
I'm seeing it all unfold with Kim right now. Like with triathlon. I mean, fucking 3 knee surgeries, everyone telling her that she should stick to just, lifting weights and try to stay away from running. You shouldn't run. Bro, fucking 3-4 years into it, she finally figured out her body. It needs way more maintenance than she thought it did, but she's proving all the fucking science wrong. She's proving Dr. Prisk wrong. He
loves it, by the way. Whenever you guys were running your Ironmans, we were training together on Saturday.
Yeah.
And because my phone kept dinging and looking, he's like, "What are you doing? What's going on?" I'm like, Bob and Kim are running their Ironman. He's like, "She's still doing those things." I was like, "She's really fucking good, dude." Yeah. He's like, "That will always amaze me."
Yep. And what's really cool, I just think this is a really cool thing because it's part of our world through and through. And, we train at power levels, watt levels when we train the bike. And it's a very good way. You have to know these numbers. It's a science thing. It really is. You have to know these numbers so you know how to pace yourself. This is a 5-hour bike ride. This isn't going out for an hour and just winging it. Like, you need to know where you're at. What she realized, because she placed 11th in an extremely competitive field, one of the most competitive women's fields I've ever seen, placed 11th, qualified for Kona. And what I noticed, she's like, I'm gearing like I'm riding during training. She's like, if I saw my power drop, I make my gears harder. So I bring my power back up, which brings my speed back up. I'm going downhill, so my cadence starts to get too high, so I give myself a harder gear, brings my cadence down, power goes up. And she's like, I did this the whole time. She's like, I'm shifting every 20 to 30 seconds for 5 hours, just on it. I was like, that's how it's supposed to be done in a race format. She's like, before, I would just go out and race and just see people. And I would just, I only need to put this effort to pass that person instead of consistently hammering it. I was like, now that you have that piece, I was like, it brought you to an 11th place in an incredibly competitive field. I was like, now if you can start to ask yourself in those moments, do I feel better than this power that I usually train at, or do I feel worse? If I feel better, can I push 5 to 10 more watts? That's 3 to 5 more positions. That's 6 minutes off your time over 5 hours. That is massive. I was like, now that you got that component, and you can start to ask yourself consciously in the moment, do I feel better than I do during practice? And if you do, you fucking push it. And that's what separates a good age group competitor from a professional or a top 3 contender. And dude, she has the fucking sauce. Now that she has her body under control, she's a runner, she's still doing CrossFit 3 days a week. I mean, dude, it's cooler now seeing her do this than me having the day I want. And that keeps bringing me back to, like, I was a little banged up after my race, wasn't the result I wanted, but the journey with my wife doing these things and watching her, that's why I continue to do it.
There's a strong fulfillment in it.
Oh, there is not words for the level.
That's wild.
It is so cool. It is so cool.
And it's fascinating to hear you explain it, because you're doing it so you have a very, very solid understanding of it, where it comes into that coaching aspect.
Yeah.
Like me in my life right now, I have accepted my fate of I am not going to be a competitive bodybuilder. That ship has sailed, and there's many things that, I would have wanted to do more of, but like I'm going to have fulfillment in other aspects of my life because of how awesome it is. But it's like, I was just saying, like, those who can't do teach. There's that saying, those who don't do teach, and all that. However, it's like whenever you don't do it anymore, like you begin to have this weird, like, I really want to help in some way. Like I want to coach.
Yep.
Because I'm seeing it so much with Ty whenever he says something, but what's tough about being a coach is learning personalities and how to push someone. Very similar to being a parent, but with adults. And it's like Ty, I have some very intense conversations with him about his training and his philosophies. And I'm like, I get it. You play it out. And if it doesn't work, you got to move the fuck on. Like the way we structured his arm training, dude's arms are fucking growing like weeds, but then his back is not where it needs to be. Well, telling someone who dedicates their life to something that they do not have it there, that's a hard conversation to have.
Very.
But as a coach, like you do that because that's how you talk to yourself. You know, so like even though you don't do it or you aren't doing it to the level you do, like being able to coach and help, there's so much there. And that's why I have such an understanding now for why Hani was the way he was, or why Natasha is the way she is.
100%. I have such a greater appreciation now for it.
Because at being a coach, like Hani was so involved in your life that it was like you know everything about me. I'm being a little too vulnerable with you.
Yeah. My program will literally have a date night programmed. She's like, I know you guys haven't been out to eat together in 6 weeks. Date night, Saturday night. You have off on Sunday. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how do you know that? And she can feel it. She can feel it without even having the conversation, the strain that the training's putting on my life.
And again, that's what makes a phenomenal coach. And because they know it, they care. And like, so it goes back to that dad thing where like, dude, motherfucker was such an asshole at times, but he knew he had to be with me.
Right.
He knew he had to. So it was like this, even though you're not doing it, the coaching aspect, that might be your calling too.
Yeah.
But you have such a passion and understanding for it. I love it.
It's so cool.
Life is a wild son of a bitch.
Fucking right it is.
It is a wild one. And it's so tied together. And I mean, that's literally like, you know, my dad just be a hardworking motherfucker. Like that simple saying. And it's like, just goes back. No matter what you're doing, no matter what it is that you're doing, just go be the best motherfucker you can be. Be present in that moment. Whenever it's time to be dad, be dad. Whenever you're at the baseball game, be at the baseball game. Whenever you're lifting weights, lift the fucking weights, dude. Focus on yourself. Whenever you're doing your cardio, do your cardio, have your routine, set everything up. You're fucking your wife, fuck your wife. Pay attention. Exist. Be aware. Be present. You do those things, man, life's going to be great.
Yes.
Very hectic and exhausting.
Extremely.
But what the fuck else are you going to do?
But worth it.
What the fuck else are you going to do?
I'm going to be tired probably no matter what.
I am for sure.
So I might as well do something I fucking want to do.
I am fucking, yeah. And that goes back to, you then enjoying the fruits of your labor. Whenever you're on vacation, go fucking enjoy vacation.
Yes.
Whenever you're going golfing, go golfing and have that fucking dart, dude. Yeah, it doesn't count.
Nope. That should have been on there. Golf course 6.
Yeah, those count though, because those get out of control.
Yeah, they do. Fuck, you're right. They do get out of control.
Real quick.
There's a dozen reasons every hole why you should have one.
That's why you'd see me on the course with just one not lit.
Like
constantly.
Like before you tee off, after you hit your second tee shot, after you get out of the bunker.
It's true.
After you 5-putt,
That's why that's why I always have one like unlit. It was fucking behind the ear, put it in my mouth because I'm like, I'd fucking smoke the whole time. Isn't it crazy too how certain things grab a hold of you that like don't make sense? Like, dude, I'm Mr. fucking fitness, all healthy, I eat super clean, fucking doing all the cardio, all this, but dude, like cigarettes, like Hannah is like, she's like, why would that be a thing with you?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just like them.
I like them.
I like them.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love that quote. So I get caught up. I get these every now and then, the Stoic quotes, and I mean, click over to a couple of them, Aiden. Like they come up and they're like that cross button. Yeah. Yeah, another one. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's another good one that this is discipline discipline is self-respect at its highest level. Like, because, you know, if you don't have respect for yourself, it's going to show.
Mm-hmm.
It will show.
Yep.
Another one. Yeah. If you're going through hell, keep going. Why would you stop in hell? And that's a hard one, too.
That is a hard one.
That's a fucking tough one, because when you're in hell, dude, you feel stuck.
Yeah.
You feel stalemated. You feel like you can't move.
You feel like you should backpedal. Like you should back out of it instead of pushing through it.
But meanwhile, you can't go because that fucking door closed.
Yep.
And the only way to know that it closed is to go back and try and reopen that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And then you realize you got to go back through the shit that you just fucking backpedaled through.
Yep.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
And that other quote that I love is, you know, the road to heaven feels like hell, and the road to hell feels like heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if everything's fucking so easy sledding through things, you're like, I don't know if, like, you just stay aware. Like, I don't know if this is the right path.
Yeah.
Is there another one?
There's a shit ton.
Oh yeah, they're great. Oh yeah, this one had a lot of them. Go through a couple more. Like, I enjoyed it. Yeah, there's another great one. No matter how sharp your teeth are, you can't bite water. Sometimes things are just too fluid. Yeah. Go through it. Yep, another one. Another one. That's a tough one.
It is.
Yep. Man, really good stuff, though.
Yeah, it's cool.
Fascinating. Whenever I get caught up in them, I also, I mean, I send myself a lot. I have so many science-based guys that other people, there's bros making fun of. They stitch the videos. I have like fucking 6 of them in a row. This guy just shows up. He's like, "What were you fucking thinking? Look at you!" Like, people just busting balls. And that's what I mean. Like, these things might be rage bait because they got a lot of views and a lot of comments.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh man. Yeah. I'm gonna open a window. It got a little warm in here.
God, I'm still peeling like crazy.
I know. I noticed your legs.
I was telling SJ. Well, SJ saw my arms yesterday, and he's like, "What's that?" I was like, "Oh, I had really bad sunburn on it, and now it's peeling." He's like, "You can pick it. You can pick it." I was like, "Oh, I did. I picked this whole arm." He's like, "Well, you can pick more." I was like, "I know, dude." I was like, "It's not going away."
Yeah. Well,
And then we had like 3 funny conversations in like a 5-minute period when he kept running in and out of my office yesterday. And he asked about my clock on my desk.
uh-huh.
He's like, "Is that a timer?" I was like, "It's a clock." He's like, "Is that a Mario clock?" I was like, "It is a Mario clock." He's like, "Why is he running back and forth?" I was like, "It follows me. Like, it has like a little camera on it. It's pretty cool." So he started like
Moving.
juking behind me, and like he started jumping. Mario started jumping. He's like, "Whoa." And then the third and final combo, he's like, "What's your favorite color?" And I'm like, I'm going to play into this. I know he loves blue. He had an all blue outfit on yesterday. I was like, "Well, I really like black and blue." I was like, "I really like purple." And he was like, "Purple?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's a girl's color." I'm like,
I knew it was coming.
I was like, "Get the hell out of here." I was like, "No, it's not." He's like, "Yeah, it is." I was dying.
Great, bro.
Yep.
Because Emmy likes purple. That's her favorite color.
Yeah.
Dude, he's a fucking riot. Last night they had, so they got walkout songs. So SJ
Get
plays.
out of here.
Oh yeah, SJ plays on the coach pitch.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he's too advanced for t-ball. The coach was like, "Hey," he's like, "He should not be in t-ball." And I'm like, "Dude, coach pitch is 8U. So
Yeah.
it's 8 years and under."
Yeah.
I was like, they're like, "Dude, put him on there. He'll learn." And I'm like, "Hey, keep him in the outfield. Like, you know, put him at maybe third base or something like that. Like, you don't got to put him somewhere where there's a lot of action."
Right.
Okay. And they're like, "No, dude, it's good. It'll be good for him." Because typically it's like 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds.
Okay.
Usually 6 to 8. You know what I mean? Because T-ball is usually 4 and 5.
Yeah. Right.
But there's some other kids that are 5 years old in the league. But most of the time it's 6, 7, and 8. So they get walkout songs. Okay, SJ, dude, he knows how to cover second. He knows how to be the cut man. He knows how to throw it to the cut man. He knows to pay attention to where the play's going. Second base, if there's a guy on first, throw it to second. Like, he's catching on.
That's
and
incredible.
The kid's got a great swing. He's just small.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have a lot of power behind it, but dude can make connections, good bat speed, everything, and loves baseball. So him playing with the guys, well, they all get walkout songs at the home game. The one mom was like texting, Hannah said, like, we need a walkout song for SJ. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, yeah, the mom was going to have a speaker for all the kids. So the coach's wife.
So each kid has an individual walkout song? That is the coolest thing ever.
Oh, yeah, dude.
What's his walkout song?
Seek and Destroy by Metallica.
No way.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, my God, dude.
So we got videos. Here, I'll play the song just so everybody can remember what Seek and Destroy sounds like. Because we play it in the truck. Like, this is his tune. This is the fucking head banging, fucking arm going. We do that.
So he is amped the fuck up. There is not a more perfect walkout song for that kid.
So, dude, all the kids have their songs, and SJ, when he was first up, like, each kid gets their song.
Uh-huh.
So, and all the kids in the dugout start going wild for each song. Like, there's kids that have, that LMFAO song.
Yeah.
I can't remember what like Party Rock, and, like, they all start dancing.
Yep.
The kids get really into everybody's song, and, like, when SJ's came up, all the kids started, like they just started moving their heads.
They're like, I don't know what to do to this, but I'm going to fucking move.
It was awesome. And he would not step out from behind the fence until the song started. So he could walk out to it. And it's like, dude, she was dying.
Bro, that means he feels that song so much.
Bro.
That's going to carry with him forever.
It was because I would listen to that song whenever he was with me going to the gym.
Yeah.
I'd listen to Metallica. I just like
get excited.
I was like fucking setting the tone for him.
Uh-huh.
And now he loves it. So, bro, he went 3 for 3 last night. He got on base all 3 times he was up. He scored 2 runs because the kids last night were just fucking killing the ball. And it's so awesome. It's funny as fuck. But all the songs with the kids, dude, the kids are good kids. The dads on the team, like, really, really care about their kids doing a good job. Mm-hmm. You know, we are on a really good team with a great group of guys, great group of kids. Mike, the guy that sells us our trucks at Victory, his daughter's on the team.
No shit.
She looks at the boys like they're fucking idiots.
Yeah, I bet.
When something happens, she's just like, and they're just like, going nuts, and she's like, I don't know what to do right now.
I bet.
Yeah, it's funny. I was like, you'll do good. This kid can fucking, she can whip a baseball.
Yeah.
Her arm just like flails back and flies forward and cranks. Yeah. I was like,
mechanics.
I think you should keep to it and play softball.
Yeah.
You're a really good kid. But yeah, it's
I think that is the funniest thing on the planet.
We were dying. I'll show you the videos, dude. Yeah. We were dying. It's funny as fuck.
It looked like he had a good game.
Yeah, 3 for 3, man.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Because there was so.
I saw him whip that bat. Bro. Like, with the way he throws that bat, like, he threw the bat harder than he swung it.
Well, I tell him, like, dude, because he's 4.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, guys, I don't want him getting in the way. But he's paying attention. Yeah. He's good at following directions from being at the gymnastics gym all the time.
Yeah, runs through the base,
But the one grandma, because I help out with the team, with the kids, just keeping them in order and keeping booking shit and just being present there.
Yeah.
And Hannah was like, the one grandma, whenever SJ was going up, he's the smallest out there. They were like, oh, look, he is. And then he goes up and, like, gets into a stance, and they're like, oh.
Okay.
And then he fucking swings the bat, and they're like, oh. And then he fucking makes connection, and they're like, hey, that was a really good swing. And Hannah's like, yeah, he's doing good. And they're like, oh. Then he gets up, does it again, and does it again. Meanwhile, like, kids can strike out and coach pitch. Mm-hmm. And he didn't. He makes connection almost every time. The one grandma was like, I can't believe he did that. I'm like, he fucking better. Fucking better hit the ball. Pushing them a little too hard. Oh, yeah, we were dying. Ton of fun. Oh. Man. Sweating like crazy again. Pittsburgh this weekend. New homemade bags. We didn't even mention it was just like a subtle thing we did there.
I am so happy to see these here.
It took us a minute. They're a bigger pain in the ass than anybody knows.
Massive pain.
Huge pain.
But worth it with this result. I love the way they look.
They are, I'm really, 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 really happy about it all.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. I think everybody's going to be happy that homemade is back in stock.
Yes.
They're here's the thing, I would say homemade is a very consistent product for people that take homemade. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's something that people love meal replacements.
Yeah.
When people stopped being able to get homemade, they got really fucking mad.
It's because all the other meal replacements fucking suck.
They're absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
This is a super expensive product to make.
Yeah.
Probably it is the most expensive product for us to make.
Yep.
And not everybody has one because of how expensive it is. And it's a huge pain in the fucking ass.
Yeah. It's a bit.
Because it's so heavy.
Yep. It's expensive. It's heavy to ship. It's heavy to ship from our manufacturer to us. Expensive to ship to.
Space up on shelves.
Yeah.
And the thing is, whenever you're dealing in supplements, this is something that people ask, why are things with you guys so expensive, or why are they more than this? Listen, we don't use shit fucking ingredients, and we do not use a shit fucking manufacturer. Mm-hmm. We won't do it. No. And you can't put that type of thing on a label because, all whey protein isolates are not created the same. Mm-hmm. All ingredients are not created the same. I can't say where I sourced my L-citrulline or where I sourced my whey protein isolate. Not everybody's going to know. Mm-hmm. They don't even know the difference. They just see that. They're like, oh, well, this one's cheaper. Well, yeah, there's different whey protein isolates that are not as high quality as others. Mm-hmm. That's how this all fucking works.
Yeah. I mean, to hit the macros that are on this bag, you can hit those macros with way lesser quality ingredients.
Yes.
But then your stomach's upset. You're not going to fucking rebuy it, and then it just gets classified like everyone else's meal replacement. Fucking shit.
Yes.
Your gut does not have to hurt from a fucking meal replacement.
No. The R&D that we do is very extensive, and we do not talk about it enough. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing, why? Because we fucking care about the products. Whenever you look at some other brands, and I won't say them to shit on them because that's not really what I'm trying to do here, but there are companies out there that literally have very watered down ingredient panels. Mm-hmm. They have the things in there, but not at the proper dosages they should be at to be beneficial for you, and say it's the greatest thing under the sun, and people fucking believe it.
Right.
And it's like, do I want to be the guy that outs all this shit and be like, look at this piece of shit fucking greens product. Look at this shitbag fucking product here. No, it's not really what it is. I want to play my game. I'm not going to build up my empire by tearing other people down.
No, we'll build ours up by making the best product possible.
But homemade people got fucking uber pissed.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming back.
It's because it tastes so damn good, too. That blueberry muffin is one of our best flavors we have ever made.
It's the best meal replacement product on the market.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down.
Yep.
No one's better. No one's is better.
It looks like a muffin mix that you'd buy on the shelf. So cool.
I'm really pumped about the bag. Mm-hmm. It's a fucking high quality. I mean, this is where you and Shane and you guys.
It's like soft touch.
Bag.
Looks high end as fuck.
Oh, it's nice. It's gonna look great on the shelves. I mean, look at it, dude. This is fucking killer bag.
I love the bottom of it. It's the print on the bottom. Have you ever seen that? How cool is that? And then when you rip the tab off on the top, you still get half of that nice plaid on that stays around.
You, huh?
Yep, that was me.
You just wanted to make sure because it has a good aesthetic sitting there.
It does.
It's good for on the go, for baking, for cooking, or for smoothies.
Yep.
Yeah. Whole food based carbohydrates, high quality protein, and healthy fats. I like it.
Me too.
SJ likes double chocolate brownie.
Does he? Yeah.
He likes the taste of it and the bag.
Mm.
You know why he doesn't like the blueberry?
It's purple.
Because it's fucking purple.
Yep.
I will say this. I've been doing a ton of cardio lately.
Yeah.
We were discussing this, and I figured I'd bring it up on the podcast as well. How long are we into this thing now?
Hour 30.
Okay, cool. We got a few more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been in, I've been doing a ton of cardio.
Yep.
I've been watching the show Your Friends and Neighbors with John Hamm.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty intense show.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into it yet.
A little different, a little intense. But then I've also been watching a ton of car videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to pull the trigger finally. I got to do it.
You do.
I got to do it. I'm going to trade the dually in, and I'm going to get something. Don't know what, but I think I'm going to. I want to get something, and I don't know, just make it a project and have fun. Like I was worried about SJ fucking it up.
Yeah.
He won't fuck it up.
He won't fuck it up.
No, he won't. If
It'll
anything,
just be like fingerprints on stuff.
that's what
okay.
I think it'll be. It won't be
Yeah.
anything. It'll be more or less fingerprints from touching and wanting to do that. But I also was debating about, getting a cover for it.
Yeah,
Just putting a cover on it.
for sure.
Just being what it is. Like,
Yep.
put the cover on it. Don't touch fucking dad's car.
Yep.
No fingerprints. But
Yep.
then there'll still be fingerprints because I could see him putting himself under at the hide.
Yeah, he'll be under that. He'll put stuff under it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, yeah, tons of cool cars. I didn't know how cool a lot of cars were.
Yes.
Like, when you're a car guy or a car enthusiast, years of the make don't matter.
Mm-mm.
What you're into does.
Mm-hmm.
There's a story behind it. Like, I didn't know how intense, like, a 2013 and 2014 Mustang GT 500 was. Manual, 650, I think it's 662 horsepower or 626.
Something crazy.
Pretty fucking ignorant, but they said the driving experience is a ton of fun. And I love Mustangs. I just like them. I think they're super cool cars.
I do too.
But then we were talking yesterday, I didn't know like Audis were legitimately built to be tuned.
Oh yeah. It's like a bulletproof. It's bulletproof off the lot. You can do so much to them.
And there's so much to do with it all. But then here's the kicker. So Corvettes. There's what did you say yesterday? The guy was telling you you're not quite at the age for a Corvette yet.
It's kind of a midlife crisis purchase. It is. But
I'm there. I'm 40.
Yeah, but I think it's also the most slept on performance vehicle you can buy.
That's what we were talking about. I did not know how buildable or tunable or anything the LS Chevy engine motors are. I didn't know that. I didn't know that why people loved the C6. The C6 Z06 was such a big deal. Bro, you can tune that bitch to 900 horsepower like that.
Yeah, and daily drive it. No, that's the other side of like owning like a car with like big horsepower. You get over 600, 700, 800 horsepower, it becomes less of a daily driver depending what kind of car it is. Dude, a Corvette with 800, 900 horsepower, you can still daily that fucking car and nothing's happening to it.
I've been doing so much cardio and have so much time on my hands and passing because I'm doing like an hour to an hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes on the stepper.
Yeah, you need a variety of shit to watch.
2 days a week. So and once I went down, I'm like, because there's some people that have Camaros that are like 1250 horsepower. And I'm like, well, what the fuck did I just stumble on?
Yeah.
And I go in and then I'm like, hey, dude, Camaros are actually pretty fucking badass. Fascinating how much can be done. Like those are another vehicle that it's legitimately designed for you to fucking tune it up.
Yeah. Yeah, a sleeper.
Put more supercharger on it, everything, like all of it.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, it was wild.
So cool.
So, and the different exhausts and cams, and it is fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know as much about American tuning and building as much as I know European stuff, but I mean, it's I don't know. I still have such an appreciation for American vehicles.
The American muscle thing is a different world, and it's the Corvette.
Dude,
The
Corvettes are
Corvette's
sick.
a big deal.
Yeah.
Now it makes more sense. Maybe I just had to get to the age. I had to get to the age.
Is that why I'm agreeing now? Because I'm getting there.
Yep, you're
It
almost
is.
there.
Shit.
Like, because the problem is like I never was really considering it and looking into it.
Yeah.
Because now it's not even so much like the look matters.
Yeah.
You want to keep the mileage down so you don't buy something that someone beat the fuck out of.
Right.
However, like, I want it to be kind of a project that I can continue to do things to and have fun with it. And yeah,
I think I also have a place in my heart for Corvettes because like Dale Earnhardt drove one in like 24 hours of Daytona. Like that, like it was sick ass yellow car, number 3 on the side. I have a die cast model of it.
What model was it? Was it?
I mean, I don't know what year I would have been watching him race the 24 hours of Daytona.
What
I mean, pre 2001.
Dale Earnhardt, 24 hours at Daytona car.
24 hours.
It came up.
Wait till you see this. So, yeah, dude.
Which picture's best?
That first one.
Oh, it's a C6. Or no.
Dude, how sick is that?
Does it say, is that a C5?
I liked
C5R?
watching
Yeah.
I liked watching these endurance
Yeah, it's a
races more
C5.
than NASCAR.
C5.
I remember
Man, is
when
that sick.
I remember when this race was occurring and like these diecast models came out, you couldn't fucking buy them. Like you could not find them. They were a hot commodity. And it was the first like big thing like you would search eBay for, and I tried to help my dad find one. And like you'd overpay like a motherfucker because this was such a big deal.
01, yeah. C5R.
It's so cool. Yeah, that's probably why I like Corvettes. That right there.
That's why a lot of
Because they won the 24 Hours of Daytona that year.
That's why a lot of people like Corvettes.
Yeah.
Bob.
Fucking love Dale.
I got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Something will pop up for me.
It will.
Yep. But as always, everybody, thank you guys for joining.
Yeah,
the
thank you.
podcast. I had a lot of fun.
Really fun.
Yeah, good times, good
Yeah.
talks.
Yeah.
Get ready for the summertime.
Yep.
Ready for the Pittsburgh?
Get ready for the Pittsburgh this
Pittsburgh
weekend.
Pro.
It's going to be a shit show.
Yep.
Tons of intensity. It's going to be nuts.
Yeah.
Big show. Title sponsor. Really cool booth.
I mean, and the competitors, holy fuck, dude.
Lineup of competitors. We have some new exclusive apparel
Yes.
dropping. People are really excited about the baseball unis.
A little bit.
Pump
Holy
jerseys
shit.
there, pump cover there. There's going to be a full-blown gym at New Tech right next to us for you to come take pre-workout and then go try some equipment that's super cool.
Sick equipment.
It's going to be a fucking banger. It's going to be a banger. As always, everybody, thank you guys for joining. Warm it up. Slap the woman in the audience. Let her know you love her. Be good motherfuckers.
See ya.